get this party started, boys. Let's kick off 2026 as a brand new Town Hall 16. And in this video, we're going to be addressing upgrade priorities as a new Town Hall 16, as well as some measures to move forward in the game as a free-to-play player, because Clash of Clans is different. It's very different from what we used to know it to be back when we used to say, upgrade your offense first, then move into your defense. That doesn't really work as well as we like to think it does, because we have to consider the new trophy system as well as the hero abilities. So when it comes to your ranked battles, you have to be placed relatively high, or you want to be placed relatively high because of the daily star bonus, the amount of gold and elixir and dark elixir you're getting, but most importantly, the amount of ore you're gaining daily, because upgrading hero abilities is very difficult. We talked about that in a recent video, and right now I'm currently in P.E.K.K.A 23 as a new Town Hall 16. Now, as a Town Hall 15, I struggled to even get promoted. I think I spent about 5 or 6 weeks in P.E.K.K.A 22. Yeah, I couldn't get promoted to save my life. Then again, I wasn't finishing my attacks anyways, but that's besides the point. I spent a lot of time in this league and I did my best, you know, like it was what it was. And then the last week I actually finished all my attacks, got promoted, but I placed 10th place. I didn't get any further than that because of my defense. Obviously, as a Town Hall 15, you're going to lose in most cases to Town Hall 16s. So let's take a look at the priority base and I'll explain my layout and why I'm upgrading the things that I am in the order that I'm doing them. So when we look at the different rows, this upper section, all of these buildings are not upgradable right now. I think the army camps go up at Town Hall 17, and these archer towers are maxed out. They get merged later on. The same thing with those cannons, and then I believe there is no new level to the Dark Barracks. So we got different rows here. We got the laboratory section. We got the next section that has the barracks, etc., etc. This is kind of the order that we're going to be upgrading things. Obviously, starting out with the laboratory, then the hero hall, and then kind of diversifying between the use of gold and elixir, because in reality, most of you guys are not going to do what I'm going to do. You know, I could put all of my offensive buildings first and then grind out elixir. Most of you aren't going to do that. If you got gold, you're going to go ahead and do a gold upgrade because it's a lot easier and it takes time to grind out resources in most cases. So we have to think about how are we going to get higher in the ranked battle system faster. And I don't believe that playing traditionally, meaning upgrading every single building and every single hero and every single troop, is the answer in 2026. I really don't think that that's the case. I believe it's going to be like borderline rushing. Does that make sense? We're not going to fully rush, but we're going to be advancing up to Town Hall 17 and potentially Town Hall 18 a lot earlier than what we would have done in years past. So the very first upgrade is going to be the laboratory. We're going to use a hammer because it is a 9-day upgrade normally. Yeah, 13 million elixir, 9-day upgrade. We're going to use a hammer of building to instantly finish that upgrade. And then we're going to go inside and we're going to upgrade a troop. Now, here's the thing with Clash of Clans now. There's really no way to say this is the best attack strategy at Town Hall X. I mean, sure, I'm going to make a video and say that these are like the top 5 armies being in use. However, each player out there is going to say that dragons are better than root riders, and root rider users are going to say that they're better than dragons, etc., etc. And it's just an endless debate, but it's all really based on what hero abilities you have unlocked, available, and upgraded. Am I right? I mean, you're not going to use the same heroes in a dragon army that you're going to use in a root rider army. Normally, you're going to replace the king with the minion prince in most cases. So for this account, we're going to start out with root rider armies because I feel like in the long run, and I'm basing this off of my gameplay up at Town Hall 18 right now, root rider armies are currently the meta alongside of the meteor golem. That could potentially change in the future, of course, but I believe that that's the route to go and a little bit more than dragons. So we're going to start out by upgrading our root rider to level 3. That is a 17.6 million elixir upgrade for a whopping 10 days. But we're also going to jump over into the trader and see if we have any raid metals to spend. You'll notice that I do buy the glowy ore and the starry ore because I'm trying to upgrade hero abilities, which we'll discuss later on. And we did not purchase our research potions, so we're going to go ahead and grab those, activate those 3, and try to take off 3 days on that laboratory upgrade. The next upgrade in our listing will be the Hero Hall, and that's mainly because right now the Archer Queen, Grand Warden, and Royal Champion are maxed out. You'll notice that both the Minion Prince and the Barbarian King are behind. They're not maxed out for Town Hall 15, nor are they even close to being maxed for Town Hall 16. So we are going to be putting the Barbarian King down for upgrade, but I'm going to wait a day on that because we're waiting for the trophy tournament to complete before we have to do our attacks again and then put our hero down for upgrade. But we are going to go ahead and unlock the ability to upgrade those other heroes as well. So we're going to jump into our League shop, grab a Hammer of Building, and that's because this building is an 8-day upgrade, and I really don't want to grind out the elixir to do so either. So we're going to go ahead and upgrade that with a hammer as well. All right, next in our order is going to be the elixir storages, and this is a little bit more than just increasing our capacity for runes. They also add in some hit points to the building, which does play a role on defense. So we're going to go ahead and spend 5.5 million gold for those and upgrade a couple of them as well. That way we can kind of diversify between our gold upgrades and our elixir upgrades. We have 4 builders remaining, so we're going to go ahead and put down another one. That leaves me with 3 builders, and that means that I'm going to have to grind out some elixir to put down our next building upgrade, which will be the pet house. So that's an 11 million elixir upgrade, 6 days to unlock the Spirit Fox. Now, Spirit Fox plays a mega role with the Royal Champion in most cases. I'm not saying all cases, but in most cases, Spirit Fox with the Royal Champion on a champion charge, being recalled and tied back into the army, plays a big role in the game right now in the current meta. So we're going to be unlocking Spirit Fox and upgrading it as soon as we have it available. Then after that, we're going to be upgrading the Eagle Artillery. Now, this is a heavyweight defense, of course, but in order to upgrade our Town Hall to Town Hall 17, it does require the Eagle Artillery to be level 7 to unlock. And this is the last level that the Eagle Artillery is available. Unfortunately, I'm still a little surprised that they removed that defense from the game entirely. Obviously, if you know about Town Hall 18, you know that it's completely gone now. But yeah, we're going to have to upgrade that building and then prepare for moving on to Town Hall 17. But before we move on, we're also going to be doing some other upgrades as well. We're going to upgrade the barracks to unlock the thrower because I've seen a lot of usage of the thrower in the higher levels. We're also going to be upgrading our spring traps the rest of the way because they are a nice counter to the Royal Champion's charge. They do damage to her, they slow her down, and a lot of times you'll see traps in sections where the base kind of defends from the Royal Champion getting caught on the spring traps, and that's very important. We're also going to be upgrading our spell factory to unlock the totem spell, which is currently very powerful in the game, but there's always the possibility that it's going to be nerfed or adjusted to kind of slow down its strength or kind of weaken it, I guess, but we'll see how that plays out in the future. After that, we're going to be completing our merges. There's 4 new defenses at this level. We have to merge the maxed out archer towers into the multi-archer tower, and the same thing applies to the new ricochet cannon. There are 2 of those, so we're going to start out with the archer towers, upgrade them to level 2, and we're also going to be upgrading our gold storages because of the increase of capacity as well as the increase on the defensive side of that building as well. Then we're going to be building our ricochet cannons, upgrading those, and then we're going to upgrade our workshop to level 8 to unlock the troop launcher. That siege machine is heavily used in the higher levels of the game, and I feel like it's definitely worth unlocking and upgrading to use at Town Hall 16, but we'll see. We'll trial and error it and see what works and what doesn't. And then after that, we're going to be moving into our dark elixir storage, our giant bombs. Traps are a lot more important in the game than you realize. A lot of people just kind of overlook traps. They're like, they're easy upgrades, they're really not that important, but you do see a difference when the Royal Champion comes across a weaker giant bomb opposed to a maxed out giant bomb and the amount of health she loses on a Royal Champion charge. The same thing applies to our air bombs, our seeking air mines, and our little bombs. And then we have our scatter shot. The clan castle at Town Hall 16 is all the way over here because The only thing you gain is the ability to request another siege machine. It's really not that significant. However, the next level of Clan Castle is. So we're going to need to upgrade it anyways, even though at Town Hall 16, this is kind of a pointless upgrade and it's very expensive, a very long wait time, and it just, I don't know. I wish they would have done a little bit more than just another siege machine. After that is all of our defensive buildings, and at the end, you'll notice that we do have our gold mines, elixir pumps, and dark elixir drills. If you're more on the casual side of Clash of Clans, like you don't play a lot, you don't like to farm, you would want to shift these buildings up in your priorities and upgrade them first, because they do increase the amount of passive income you gain by 50 hit points, plus 560 on the production per hour, as well as the capacity increase as well. And then you'll also notice that I placed my blacksmith all the way at the end, and that's just because the level 9 blacksmith upgrade doesn't do anything but increase our storage capacity and hit points on the building by 100. And I'll be honest with you, when was the last time you were maxed out on ore? I don't even come close. Like, it's just not worth the upgrade to me, or the waste on the resources and time. That's just my opinion. And then after that, we have our wizard towers and our mortars, bomb towers, etc. Now, defenses, they're super important. Don't get me wrong. Don't take this the wrong way, but we only have so many builders to work with. We have to think about our attacking and our ability to defend. So in reality, I would love to upgrade all of these things as fast as I possibly can. That way I could potentially, get promoted in the ranked system faster, but we just have to take it day by day, because we are playing Clash of Clans for free. We're not spending any money on this account whatsoever. So we have a plan for our laboratory. We got the Root Rider down. The next upgrade after that, more than likely, is going to be the Apprentice Warden and the Valkyrie, because it ties into the army that I'm currently using, as well as the Overgrowth and possibly the Ice Block. And then we might shift over into the Dragons just for the sake of having them. But again, if you're using Dragon Army, you need Minion Prince upgraded. If you're using Root Rider Army, you need Barbarian King upgraded, and it also is based on the hero abilities. So laboratories covered, heroes, we're going to focus on the King. We're going to focus on the Grand Warden as well, because it's an easier upgrade, because it's elixir based and not dark elixir. And then we'll kind of bounce back and forth between the Archer Queen and the Royal Champion, but I'll try to give you a little bit more updates on this account as we play it to see how things work out, because I can make this one video and then that tends to change like midway through my gameplay, and I don't necessarily update you guys. Then we have our hero equipment. So here's the deal with hero equipment, and one of the things that is going to be very different based on each of your accounts. What you're seeing here might be different for a lot of you guys as well. Now, we do have a medal event that's about to wrap up in a few days. I think it ends tomorrow, actually. 2 days, 16 hours is finished. When we completed this, we did unlock the Spiky Ball. So Meltdown Mayhem is the event. They did release a brand new Royal Champion ability in the Frost Flake, but I passed it up because I wanted Spiky Ball. I feel like Spiky Ball plays a bigger role in the game than what Frost Flake might. I could be wrong, but that was the way I wanted to go. I would love to have the Magic Mirror as well, but I could only choose one, so we went with Spiky Ball, and that's where we're at. So with that being said, that tells you that there are a couple of abilities that I really need to unlock, and we're going to have to sell magic items and sell off our, use our raid medals to buy magic items there as well to sell, and that way we can claim gems for free and unlock things like Snake Bracelet, Magic Mirror, Fireball. These are 3 abilities that are heavily used in the upper game right now. Could that change? Absolutely. But as of right this moment, those are the 3 that I definitely want to unlock and upgrade. We currently do have the action figure for the Archer Queen unlocked, but again, I don't know. I didn't know, so I didn't really upgrade it. So I need to kind of fix some things as I go. Right now, my biggest focus for this account is upgrading Spiky Ball, That's my number one priority because I know that I'm going to use that in the future. I'm going to upgrade Action Figure because it is better than the Healer Puppet, although Healer Puppet and Action Figure together do tend to work out a little bit. And we're not going to focus too much on the Minion Prince anymore because we're using the Root Rider army. And the Rage Vial definitely needs to be finished out. And then the Royal Champion abilities, they need some levels as well. But this is all a very slow process. So it's all based on completing clan war attacks and climbing up in the ranked system, which goes very, very slow if you play Clash of Clans traditionally. And this is why I feel like we're only going to spend a couple of months here at Town Hall 16 before moving on to Town Hall 17 and kind of repeating the process in order to move on to Town Hall 18. Maybe. We'll see how it plays out. But the ideal situation is to move up in the rank system to at least Titan 25 and kind of work up from there to try to claim more ore, because we are very limited on where we get ore. Daily star bonus, buying it from the trader with raid metals or gems, or getting it from clan war. So a few weeks back, you remember that video that I posted for farming armies, whether you're using sneaky goblins or Valkyries? Well, that's what I went ahead and knocked out real fast. It only took me about 10 minutes and we went ahead and grinded out some resources to put down those final 3 builders. Now, even though we have things laid out in a certain pattern, doesn't mean that I'm going to follow it like verbatim, because we have to plan for hero upgrades. So we did get the elixir to upgrade the pet house. That's going to be a 6-day upgrade to unlock the Spirit Fox. That's down. That leaves us with 2 builders. Now, knowing that the ranked battle tournament completes in 1 day and 13 hours, and then we have that wait period, and then the next tournament starts, I have a few days to wait before I can do my attacks and then put my Barbarian King back down for upgrade, as well as maybe the Grand Warden. So in the meantime, we're going to go ahead and upgrade the Spring Trap. That's why I placed them here. 2 days, 12 hours, 4 million gold for each. And that puts all of our builders down and working, and kind of gives us a little bit of time to claim the resources. That way we can put those heroes back down for upgrade. Although, we are sitting on a bit of dark elixir that we need to get rid of, so we might have to plan for that. Clan games are about to finish up. We did max out our 4,000 points. No, I didn't go all the way to 10,000 because I have other accounts that I'm playing, plus it was the holidays and such. However, we will be claiming from the final tier the Book of Heroes, of course, as well as the free 100 gems. And that's just because I need the gems in order to unlock hero abilities or potentially upgrade the helpers later on down the line. This is definitely not a today thing. They are level 1 and I don't have the gems, and this is a free-to-play account, so we got to do the best that we can. However, we do need to make sure that we assign them to upgrades that are currently in progress, although I wish they would give us a little bit more of a vocal notification because I continuously forget to do that. And that is Town Hall 16 upgrade priorities as of today. Let us know down in the comments below what advice you have, and we might adjust. We'll see you in the next one, boys.